Hey, good morning, guys. I think I'm live. I hope this is going to sound good because I'm using just my laptop and the actual camera from it and the audio. So hopefully it is coming in okay and loud and clear. I wanted to make a quick video talking about a very disturbing find. And I'm not sure how many of you have actually heard about this yet because it's relatively new. Celine Dion and two other women that are part of the whole creative / outlet on bringing forth a new clothesline called Celine NUNU. And, you know, I'm going to go ahead and link the video that just came out, which was, to me, the most disturbing thing that I've ever seen. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in gender expression. I believe that people should be allowed to wear what they want. But what I'm seeing here, and I've been seeing this for quite a while now, is this tremendous push on this. You know, there's just this really scary push on this. And as I'm speaking to you guys, I'm going to go ahead and share some of these things because it's just like, it's scary. Folks, I mean, you know, diabolical is beyond the word that I could use regarding this gender / apparel, clothing for children. And, you know, it's just crazy now. New order, and I look at the Illuminati symbolism in all of this. You know, we're really in for trouble. Look at all these skulls. You know, and I mean, why would you want to, you know, give your kids this kind of apparel to wear? I mean, if you want your kids to wear something neutral, wear different colors, you know, don't use your typical pink and blue and, you know, wear clothing that are not gender specific. But you know, you've got some of the stuff here that is just odd. I mean, the circle patch play suit. Do you realize what a black sun is representative of? And I will go into all that later. We look at all these skulls and these upside down Baphomet stars and the Illuminati black and white colors. And, you know, it's just pretty disturbing. And then if we're going to go into the individuals that have actually created this line of clothing, this thing lets me get down to the About Us section. Oops. Let's see here. Ay. It's not really behaving the way that I want it to behave. It's got a lot of glitches, but the actual owners of this, where is it? Try to find this again here. Should have been a little more prepared, but let me go here and let me go down. This is About Us. Okay, look at this right here. I mean, is this what? It's not Halloween anymore. You know, you got all these kids with these skulls and these Illuminati one-eye, you know, type of scenario. These are the two ladies responsible and founders of this particular company, along with Celine Dion, Iris Adler, and Tali Mishberg. Now, if we go to find Iris Adler, okay, we're going to, this thing didn't share what I wanted it to share, did it? Let's go here with Iris Adler. This is one of the founders, and you know, here we're seeing more skulls and this really funky, I guess it looks like a sheep, you know, like sheep with a red star, and then, you know, the typical just one eye and the patch there, and and these skull and bone type of, you know, secret society, you know, innuendos, and it's just pretty scary stuff, folks. I mean, farm animals here, and it's not, you know, it's not pretty, you know, at all. But let me see if I don't know if you guys got to see the initial. Let me go here, back to the page here. So I can go back to the website. Peter's acting up this morning. I don't know why. Gremlins, they don't want you to show something. They make it really difficult for you to actually, you know, show anything. But let me go in here. And if you look at this right here, the black sun. Black sun is a symbol employed by the SS during the Nazi era and in a post-Third Reich context by neo-Nazi and some occult subcultures such as Satanism. Okay, so what are they doing, you know, putting the black sun on babies' onesies? You know, what are they doing promoting these kind of things here, you know? Right, skeleton and the one eye. And then having little girls wear, or I don't know if it's a little girl, but it's a trans child, because they're using a lot of trans kids as models, with the word ho on a t-shirt. And if we go deep into what this NUNU means, NUNU is a noun, a male private part, a penis. Etymology of NUNU is a word from penis or sex organ of both sexes, came from Bangladesh immigrants, diaspora of the UK and the USA. You know, typical question, how big is your NUNU? Is it a cut NUNU? Penis, NUNU, cock, dick. I mean, it's pretty disturbing stuff, you know? I don't quite understand why a line of neutral clothing has to have all these, you know, symbolic, you know, Illuminati type of situation. You know, it's just, it's wrong, really. It's showing you where this whole eugenics trans agenda is heading, and where it all, what it's all about. You know, we think, oh, it's you know, it's so, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? So innocent. So like, I just want to be myself. But trust me, folks, we human beings are so easily programmed. We human beings are so easily influenced. And there is a battle for our soul. This is a spiritual war. And I know a lot of you don't believe in religion, and I'm not being religious here. This is all spirituality. This is all an awakening. This is all knowing right from wrong. This is all knowing where a dark side is creeping in into something that could have possibly been light. But anything good, the enemy corrupts. And we have to be very mindful of this, extremely mindful of this, because we're not just talking about us adults that are being messed up. I mean, you know, hey, we're adults. We'll get messed up. That's on us. But when we're dealing with children, when we're dealing with the minds of children, this clothesline is so diabolical that according to the owners, they have, and they're not cheap. And the reason they're not cheap, get this, is they take the clothing and they wash it. So they have this already worn field. And in washing it, then they add these specifically chemicals made for them, for the company, and, you know, to give it this instinct smell or feel or whatever. Do we even know what they're putting in this? Your skin is your biggest organ. Anything that you put on your skin gets absorbed into your bloodstream, affects your endocrine system, affects your mind. I know you people think that, you know, that your government is all for you and everyone's out to protect you. But we live in a cynical world. This is Babylon, people. We're talking about real things happening here. This is not some, you know, safe little haven where, you know, everyone cares about us and no one's going to harm us and everything's a-okay. And, you know, we're dealing with some really dark forces that are after our souls or after our well-being. They're destroying family value. You know, they're destroying families. All for what? For a chance to get in front of the mirror, you know, and parade an article of clothing, for a chance to take selfies, for a chance to look in the mirror and see what you're creating because you don't like who you are. And don't you think that this whole concept of not liking who you are is something that has been set there from the time you're little? I mean, you look at places like Disney, you look at cartoons, you look at all these things that we think are so innocent, and they have symbolism behind them. They have messages. They're trying to screw with your minds. They're trying to alter your reality. They're trying to make you something you're not and thinking it's coming from you. And now this new clothing line, NUNU, with Celine Dion being the headmaster, you know, of bringing it in. And then if you go into the website, you know, the website itself is showing, you know, all these, I don't know, yesterday Lena found the actual page where all these celebrities are wearing NUNU clothing, and they're actually wearing it on their, or putting them on their kids. So, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, circle patch play suit, the circle patch, the dark sun is Satanism. You know, it's, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, I'm looking at, let me share it with you because as I'm looking at it, I want you all to see because it's just bizarre. There's no other word. I'm like totally flabbergasted with it. You know, I'm just totally, I mean, look at all these things. Not only are they ugly article of clothing, because there's nothing beautiful or cool about it. It's just one dark circus fest. All these dark suns, all these Baphomet stars, all these, you know, secret society, well, it's called bone skulls, and the actual ladies, you know, that created these are from Israel. One of them was in the Israel Air Force, you know, Tel Aviv. I don't know if you guys have heard of Zionists before, and I'm not really going to go into all the political stuff because I know that's going to stir up another hornet's nest. But do your homework, you know, do your homework, you know, and really see what we are dealing with here, you know, because we're dealing with some real satanic stuff here, you know, some really crazy things. I mean, it's just, and you've got to watch the video. New order. What kind of new order are we talking about here? Could it be the New World Order? Look at these hats with the, you know, little ears there. And anybody ever wonder what musketeers, little musketeers all stand for? And a lot of these musketeers are like famous performers now, like Justin Timberland, and, you know, they breed them from the time they're little, you know, to work for the dark force, you know, and it's just, and what's with this cross in the back of the butt, you know, teaching homosexuality maybe. I don't know. This is just a little too, look at these little ninja X's and it's just, I just don't know. And when you finally get to watch the video, it'll creep you out. If you're awoke, if you're a dead asleep person and think, oh, this is so cool, then, you know, I don't know. I can't really help you. God have mercy on your soul. That's all I could say. And I'm not religious, people, but, you know, you got to realize that something really awful is going on in our world. You know, fires that are just destroying entire cities and things in the sky. Just, you know, while people are just having a good old time, you know, watching TV or playing dress up and doing what it is that people do, you know, the world is crumbling down and things are taking place and your children are being sacrificed. But you're none the wiser because you don't care. As long as you get to do what you want, who cares about your children, right? And you got women that are identifying not as women, having babies and not wanting to consider themselves women, but, you know, newsflash, the only individuals on this planet that could have babies and carry them to term 9 months are women. Men produce the sperm. So trans guys, if you think you're a guy, you have no sperm. You couldn't be part of that. The only way you could ever bring forth life is to use your womanly body. You know, let that trigger you, let that cause dysphoria. You know, that's, to me, that is just such a load of manure. Okay? Load of manure. And I'm not trying to be hurtful or hateful. I'm just trying to be a realist here. And I'm really disgusted by what I'm seeing in this world today. It's just overwhelmingly disgusting. They're just pushing it and pushing this agenda, you know, and to no end. And frankly, they don't care. They really don't. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead as soon as I get done with it, link that website down below, and I'm going to link the video that Celine Dion, you know, just made or just came out a few days ago. Give me your thoughts. You know, I am always open to a civil discussion, as long as it's civil, as long as I don't get called names, as long as you don't try to shut me up. I could have a decent conversation and brainstorm, because I'm about truth. I'm about reality. I'm about, you know, really exposing what needs to be exposed and growing our spirit, because we can't take these bodies with us. We can't take the materialistic things that we gather here when we go, but we are going to take with us the things that we do, the tainted parts in our spirit that gets dirty and gets exposed by this dark side that will affect you for an eternity. So, you know, let's wake up. Let's clean up. Let's realize how we are being used by an agenda that's very dark. Let's stop this from ever happening to the future generation. Anyway, guys, love you. But remember to always love yourselves too. Bye-bye.